Breaking news. I repeat, breaking news. The Orlando Magic up and coming star forward, Franz Wagner, is out indefinitely. Just last night, he suffered a torn right oblique, and he will likely be sidelined for 4 to 6 weeks. And we probably won't see him again until February. And this is devastating for the Orlando Magic, and I would say the NBA as a whole, because he was really butting into not just one of the better young stars, but one of the better players in general in the NBA based on his play this season, in particular in the last few weeks. Um, this injury happened just last night against the Philadelphia 76ers. He will be reevaluated in 4 weeks, but that's just him being reevaluated. He'll probably miss an extended amount of time after that as well. And this is just ironic and a coincidence for the Orlando Magic because, well, they lost Paulo Banchero on October 30th after just 5 games to the very same injury. He also suffered a torn oblique. This happened about 5 weeks ago for Paulo, so he should be reevaluated anytime in this next week or so, and we should have an update on him as well. But as of right now, the Orlando Magic are missing both of their young stars due to torn oblique injuries, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the Magic and oblique injuries to their young stars, but this is devastating for them, uh, especially for Franz, who really turned a corner this year. He was having a career year. He was definitely on his way to being an all-star. This year, he's averaging 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, and was really putting the league on notice. He was tearing the league up. Franz was quite literally going ballistic. In his last 5 games, he had a 29-point game, 20-point game, 30-point game, 35-point game, and a 30-point game before tearing his oblique. Um, and it's kind of weird and interesting because he was doing all of this without Paulo, which obviously raised a lot of concern as Franz the best player on his team. But that's not the debate we're going to get into today. I'm merely saying that to say just how good he was playing. Um, and he wasn't just playing well, he was leading the Orlando Magic to wins. Now, this team has a 16-9 record without Paulo. They're third in the East, led by Franz without Paulo. They're 7-10 at home, or they're 7-10 in their last 10 games. 9-0 at home. They're the only team to be undefeated at home in the whole NBA. They're third in defense. And this is all, once again, without Paulo. And the reason why I keep saying without Paulo, because in case you weren't tapped in Paulo's 5 games this year, he himself was also having a career year or a career stretch, if you will. In 3 of those 5 games, he had 30 points, 31 points. One game, he had 33 points. And in the big game, he had a 50-point explosion, 50 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. And Paulo on the year was averaging 29, 8, and 6. 29, 9, and 6, really. And on great efficiencies. And he was on his way to having a career year as well. And it's just devastating once again because we've seen 2 young stars both breaking out and then they both suffer injuries. And now the Magic have to figure it out without both of them. And the biggest thing for the Magic, it's not just that they're losing Paulo and that they lost Paulo and that they're losing Franz. The biggest thing for this Magic team is their offense. They're ranked 25th on offense, and it's only gonna go downhill from here. And I need you guys to let me know in the comment sections. And shout out to everybody that's watching on Twitter as well. I need you guys to let me know in the comment sections. Who are the Magic going to turn to for offense now? I seen somebody said maybe Jonathan Isaac shows out. Maybe. Jonathan Isaac is somebody who had a ton of potential, and we expected a lot from him. He hasn't necessarily put everything together, and a lot of that is, well, ironically, due to injuries. So he is a bit healthier now, and maybe he's the one that they can rely on to, really pick up a lot of the load on offense. But as of right now, their offense was heavily predicated on it just wasn't good in general with Franz and Paulo, but it was heavily predicated on those two carrying a lot of the load. Franz averages 25, Paulo averaged 29, and this is this year. They both collectively average 11 assists. So it's like, where do they find offense outside of that? Now, you can say Jalen Suggs. He's shown a little bit of offensive potential. I live in Washington, so I watch a lot of Gonzaga. I watched him all throughout college, watched him a little bit in high school. I'm higher on Jalen Suggs' offensive potential than a lot of you guys. When you guys look at Jalen Suggs, a lot of you guys just see a defensive guy who can provide minimal offensive value. I think he has the potential to take his game to another level. Whether that's now, I don't know, but he's only 23. So I'm expecting an offensive jump at some point in time. And I do think this will help him and help the Magic as a whole with him having to be more aggressive and score more. Now, whether he can do that efficiently, that's going to be the thing. But they have Jalen Suggs. They also have another Wagner on their team, Mo Wagner, Franz's bigger brother. He's fourth on the team in scoring, third without Paulo, and he's kind of been their third scoring option. He averages 13 on the year, 12.8 to be exact. Maybe he can step up more. They have KCP, Anthony Black. That's probably somebody who's going to for sure step into the starting lineup now that he's out. I'm anticipating it'll be Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, and KCP. I think that will be their starters. Maybe they'll insert Jonathan Isaac into the starting lineup just because they're going to need another boost. But the only thing about Jonathan Isaac is he only plays 17 minutes a game. And I think part of that is due to his injury history and stuff. So we don't know how much he can play, but I am expecting the minutes for Anthony Black to go through the roof. He's averaging currently almost 24 minutes. I'm expecting that to go well into the 30s. They're going to need him to play, and they're going to need him to play well. But once again, the thing about it is guys like Jalen Suggs, guys like Anthony Black, guys like they also do have Gary Harris over there too. So Gary Harris, I'm assuming he'll get a lot more burn too. But the young guys is who I'm focusing on specifically. Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, Jet Howard, uh, maybe even Caleb Houston. These younger guys, this is going to be amazing. Oh, Tristan Da Silva, another young guy. This is going to be phenomenal for them. And obviously it's devastating. It's never good to lose your best players, but it also is good when your younger guys can get burned. So now they're going to get a lot of experience. They're going to get a lot more touches on the offensive end. They're going to be relied on to play pivotal minutes and to win this team games. Are they going to? Probably not. But they are going to be thrusted into the lineup and expected to play a bigger role. Supreme Hoops, I see you said no love for Cole Anthony. Yeah, Cole Anthony's going to get burned, but you know what? I'll show Cole Anthony some love. Cole Anthony is going to have to play well too. He's going to have to step up. He's going to have to score more. And I don't know that they have an interesting group of guys, and they're going to have to put it together, and they're going to have to put it together quickly. The cool thing about it is Paolo Banchero should be back in the next 3 weeks. I think he'll be back around New Year's. So they'll only be without them for 2 to 3 weeks, but it's going to be a rough 2 to 3 weeks. Now, with that being said, the Orlando Magic have put the NBA on notice. Everybody now knows when Paolo gets back and when Franz gets back and when this team is healthy, scary hours are coming. We know that their defense is elite. And now we know that they have 2 young superstars. We just recently did our Players' Choice ranking of young players. And guess where we had Paolo and Franz of the best 25 players under 25. We had Paolo at 4 and we had Franz at 5. So they have 2 of the best young players under 25. And if they can keep that group together going forward, hey, it's going to be scary. That's all I'm going to say is it's going to be scary for a long time. But all right, y'all, we about to wrap things up. My man Alan L sent through a super chat. He said this is going to be the worst offense in NBA history. If you're a Magic fan, pray. That's the only thing I can say to you. Pray. But in the meantime, it was good to break some more news to you guys. I will be back sooner than later. Y'all take it easy, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Good luck, Orlando. Good luck.